Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm gonna give you a full tutorial about Calendly and how you can use Calendly to automate your sales and to increase your conversion rates with all your leads and clients. So let's get started. So this is my Calendly page, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through how to properly set it up so you can start scaling and automating your sales process, okay? So the first thing that you should do here, of course, is connecting your email accounts, because in that way you can, of course, have all your bookings or your events on your calendar, right? So I think this is the first and probably the most important step. So let me go through here, calendar connections. So for example, in this case, I have both my personal and my, let's say my professional email. So all of them are synced. And if I have an event either in my personal or in my professional calendar, no one will be able to book a time on that same time. Okay, so this is important to make sure that your leads are being able to book time on slots that you are available. Okay, and that's why you have here to check for conflicts and to actually add to calendars. So Calendly will check for conflicts in my both calendars, but of course the event will be sent to my professional email. Okay. The second important step is to set up your availability, and this is very important because you need to make sure that leads will be able to book appointments on the times that you can have the meetings, right? That you're gonna be available. So set the right availability for in your case. For example, in my case, I set it up specific slots for meetings because in the other parts of the day, I like to use my time to build the automations and to do the actual work, okay? And then once you have that set it up, you can go back to your main page and you can create a new event, okay? And there are 4 different event types here on Calendly. The first one is the most common one is one-on-one. So it's, in my case, for example, I have one meeting, it's just myself, and you can book a time with me. So this is a one-on-one event type. The other one is a group event type. So this is good for webinars, for example. So you have just one host and with many invitees, okay? The other one is collective. So you have more than one host in just one invitee. And the last one is round robin. Round robin is very helpful if you have a team or for example, if you have a sales team and that the lead can book a time, and then Calendly will distribute the leads equally across your sales team calendars, right? So this is good for team structure, okay? Then for this example, let's go with one-on-one, which is simpler. You can always use an event name. Of course, that event name will be visible to your lead. So I'm just gonna add your task. Location, you have in-person, you have phone call, Google Meet, Zoom, so you can just kind of select the tool that is better for you. So if you are a Zoom person, you can do Zoom. If you are a Google Meet person like I am, you can just select Zoom. And here the description of the call. So if this is a call for your lead, it's important that you add a good description, right? Then of course I'm going to show you how I set up my event. But it's very good that you set a description for this call or a quick summary. Then you have the event link, so you can add here. And this is how the event link will be visible to your lead, okay? Then you click on next. Next, here you have your invitees can schedule. You can select the data range that your invitee will use to schedule, like six calendar days from now, or within a specific data range, or indefinitely, okay? I always like to select a very specific data range from now. So let's say I usually use 14 calendar days from now, because that usually gives some sort of urgency for your lead to book. So you don't want a lead that's going to book a call like for December right now, right? So or like from like 9 months from now. So it's important that you kind of just set this up so you can have this kind of urgency with your lead, okay? And you have the duration of the call that you usually use. And then for your availability, you can select the one that you selected here before on the previous tab, or you can just set custom hours. So you can choose whatever works for you. Usually just select the existing schedule, because then of course it can match with your standard availability. Okay, then you can select next. Then here you can set up your invitee questions. So this is important, specifically if you are doing a first call with a lead. For example, if it's a discovery call with a new lead, it's important that you qualify that lead on Calendly. So you can add some sort of question. So let's say that you want to add, what's your current revenue, right? So you can add, for example, here, let's say like less than, then of course I'm going to show you how it's on my end, less than 20K, more than 20K, let's say this. So of course you can add whatever works for you, for your company, for your service, but you can select this, and you can add other questions as well, like phone number, drop down, so have other options here. It's important that you add these kind of questions, but just make sure that you're not adding too many questions, because otherwise this can be a lot of friction for your lead to actually book the call. So this should be a balance between you understand more about your lead, you qualify your lead, and you're not adding a lot of friction for your lead to actually book in the call, which is the most important thing right now, right? So then you have the questions. You can set up workflows, which I'm going to explain you later. And then you have your email reminders. This is really important. It's really important for you to set up email reminders to make sure that the lead will show up to your call, right? So that you can avoid no-shows. So you can personalize your email reminders. So you can personalize the actual email content, but also the timing. So I always like to send at least 2 email reminders, 24 hours before the call and 1 hour before the call. So this is important to make sure, again, that your lead won't forget about a call and that you can avoid no-shows, okay? So make sure that you set these email reminders up so you can have this proper, say, of course, and also if you are collecting phone numbers on the invitee questions, you can also send text reminders, but I think just sending email reminders should be enough, okay? Once you have that, then you can set up a confirmation page. So after the call is booked, you can send your lead to an external website or to any other page that you'd like, okay? And this is also important so you can have a smooth experience for your lead, okay? And then that's it. Some key things here that you need to have in mind. Again, just to summarize, having the most important things here when you set up a new event, having a specific data range to have some sort of urgency for your lead to book the call, then having the right amount of invitee questions, and then setting up the email reminders, okay? And of course, having the right description here for your event. Let me show you how I structure my main event for booking the first discovery call. Usually what my goals are for this call, okay? So just to make sure that we are gonna be aligned between me and the lead for this call. And then I have, like, as I mentioned to you, the 14 calendar days as the date range. Then I have the invited questions, company name, website, revenue, and also the channel. And then I have the reminders, okay? Also, another thing that's important is the workflow. Workflow helps you to have a better conversion rate on your whole sales pipeline. So I have two different types of workflows. The first one is for the discovery call. So the 20 minutes after the call is booked, I will send an email to the lead with more resources about my service. So this is just to kind of warm up the lead before the call, so the lead can be well prepared to join the call and already know like the type of service that you offer and the value that you can add to the business. Okay, so I like this setup. I think this is really important, and like to keep warming up the lead before the first call, right? And usually in my process here, after I have the first call, after I qualify the lead and it makes sense to move forward, then I book a second call, which is the automation strategy session, okay? In that call, I will present to the lead the automation plan that I put together for them, okay? Between both calls, I also send additional resources, again, to warm the lead up, to make sure that the lead will really understand the value that I can add to the business, okay? So you can definitely take advantage of workflows here to automate this kind of process, and also to make sure that you're gonna have a warm lead and that the lead will be ready to start working with you, okay? Just a last feature here that I think it's interesting. I don't use it, but you can definitely use it if it fits your case. So you can have a routing form. On this form, depending on the questions that your employee will answer on the form, it can redirect this lead to one event type or other, or you can just kind of disqualify that lead, and then you can have that lead you can send that lead just to your website or any other product or page, okay? So this is helpful also if you are using the Calendly form to actually qualify your lead, okay? So you can create the routing form here, and you can add questions, and then you can use the questions to actually sending and redirecting your lead to what you want to do with that lead, okay? That was it. Hope this is helpful. This was a basic introduction about Calendly and how you can use Calendly to automate and scale your sales process. So as you could see on the video, you can definitely use a lot of the different Calendly features to really scale and automate your sales process, right? So you can use Calendly not only to make it easier for your lead to book a call with you, but also to automate and increase your conversion rate with all the different features that Calendly offers. So I hope this helps. Again, if you have any questions and if you want to also scale and automate other processes within your company, please click on the link down below so you can get on a call and I can show you how automation and AI can scale your company. Thank you.